Y'all know the rules. Y'all know the rules. Before you hit the like button, hit the cash app first. Hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. Goodness. You daddy be tripping. Tripping. I be tripping. Hit them with some straight drop, slow your pension. When the street took money, yeah, I had to turn my thug up. Hit that like button, y'all. The cash app. The album, what it is. I just had a long conversation with loyalty and betrayal, man. Album. I did it for you, man. Said, Lord, I might still be hitting me. I'm talking to I'm talking to loyalty and betrayal all morning, man. About false narratives. She don't think she put out a false narrative. That's what I'm getting. Hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. Yeah, straight up. That's that shit. Bet you when they pay that school and shit, they turn the club up. What's wrong with her? Cool. She don't think she puts a false narrative. My thing was that picture, that narrative that King Von would have been charged if he ain't died. Yo, that's not a real article, yo. And what I was telling her was, like, you use that article to paint a picture that Dirk somehow cooperated in that case, in that Atlanta case. And that Atlanta case was garbage. It didn't need to cooperate. It was garbage. Nobody cooperated. That's why the case got tossed out. If somebody would have cooperated, people would have went to jail. The only person that was cooperating, um, ultimately stopped cooperating, and that's why the case got tossed out. Yeah, and that's why the case got tossed out. I don't see what this damn Doug doing. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. Hit the cash app first though. But yeah, my thing, and I was trying to explain it to her. And she really never even. My thing is, yo, there is no article, no real article that exists that says King Von would have been charged in the Atlanta murder. It's not a real article, and that was my whole thing with it. Like, why you use that to try to say the man was a rat? Yeah, no, and we was talking about that shit too. FPG Butter came up. She talked about I really could I really can't blame him for doing what he did. I'm like, shit. It's the fuck I can't. The fuck you talking about? What you mean you can't blame him? Shit, I can't. Free Israel. Okay. I can blame him for what he did because he had to do that. She talking about, yeah, they was trying to charge him with the murders. And I'm like, I don't know about that, Lord. Even if they was, nigga, stand on it. Yeah, before you write a dumbass comment, hit the cash app. X Joke and Jordan K. Hit the cash app, man. Hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. Y'all might be new here, but what we do, there's no donations. There's no nation without donations, y'all. There's no nation without donations. Yeah, what the fuck, Maxwell? You crazy motherfucker. What the fuck? Yo, appreciate it, yo. Yeah, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? what it is. Appreciate it. Yeah, no nation without no, I said no nation without vacation. No, that's not real. No, no. There's no nation without donation. No nation without donation, y'all. You gotta remember that. That's how we rocking over here. And there's no conversation without donation. We got that from Umar Johnson, y'all. Hit the cash app. Yeah, but yeah, I ain't like that. I ain't like that narrative that they running on dirt. And yeah, that's what we got going on over here, man. Yeah, I don't like that narrative that they running on dirt. I'm sick and tired of people saying that he told on King Von and King Von. What they say? King Dirk told on the dead. Like yo, that shit is not true, man. It ain't nothing without doing. You can't do nothing without donating, man. Look, I hit my homeboy the other day, right? Last night, I hit my man, he wanted to answer the phone. I said, God damn, shorty. You ain't answering the phone. At least you can do is hit the cash app. Yeah, man, let me know you alright. That nigga was tripping. I said, yo, at least you get the cash app, bro. That's the least you can do, my nigga. If you ain't gonna answer the phone, hit the cash app. How you get your donation back? Everybody else try to get the everybody try to get that shit back. How you get your donations back, man? We trying to get kid donation back. They ain't trying to let us get it back. Yeah, he ready to go down, y'all. Yeah, yeah, Umar ready to go to prison. He ready to go to prison. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's probably what it is. They making up stories. You know, that's the thing. You make up a story. You know, when it get dry, you make up a story. But yeah, Umar ready to go to jail. If you notice, he ain't went live. I think at first he might have been taking that shit as a joke, but he out from what I know, he ain't went live in the last couple of days. And man, you know he can't help himself but to go live. I think it's almost over for sure. It's gonna be fucked up though, but he did it to himself. Whenever they out the blue, they just sending paperwork now saying they ready to take the school for some taxes that supposed to have been paid. Yeah, they on his ass. They on his ass. But I ain't got no remorse for him. You stole from your own people. Like I can't respect that, bro. Like you could have scammed the Asian community. You feel me? Like you could have scammed Asians. Like why the fuck you want to scam black people, man? Like that's crazy, man. You could have scammed the Indians. The fuck or Arabs. Like you could have scammed anybody. You could have scammed anybody. You decided to scam your own people. I can't fuck with you for that. Can't fuck with them. Shit, the motherfucker. Hey, he could have. The Indians they be scamming like a motherfucker. He could have seen. He could have got retribution. You know, for the for the scam likely calls. You feel me? Umar Johnson could have did a real service. All right, we got 10 hours. My man K and then donated his grip money for the month. Oh yo, but K and M, we just found out something new too, y'all. We just found out something new. If you only donated once, you're not a supporter. If you're not donating, this is Umar Johnson talking, y'all, not me. If you're not donating frequently, once a week, once a day, then you're not a real supporter. You're not a real supporter of Keeping G News. If you don't donate at least once a day, you ain't supporting. Straight up. That's what Umar Johnson said. What up, y'all? We ready to get in front of the computer, y'all. We ready to get in front of the computer. Yo, I wasn't even here to talk about Umar. Y'all gonna make me joke this nigga. Y'all funny as shit. Y'all gonna make me joke him. I don't even want to joke his ass today, man. Gotta give him a break, man. He probably got more to worry about. Feds on his line. They probably closing down all his accounts. Motherfucking retrieving all his documents, tax IRS, tax forms. Man, they on his ass, man. No, we don't support nobody else. I don't know what you thought this was. This is a dictatorship. Only person gets support over here is me. Hit the cash app. The cash app, brothers and sisters. Hey, y'all, don't make me do this, man. I don't want to joke Umar today. I don't even feel like it. I don't even feel like it. What you mean? How you, hey, B? They donated to Umar. Shit, at least I'm telling you where the money is going. All donations, all donations is going into we building rec programs. That's how Umar Johnson. Whenever he lie, he gotta think about it. He be like, I need to do renovations for the Marcus Garvey Academy. They're gonna cost me. Then he be like, shit, how much is it gonna cost? 100,000, brothers and sisters. It's gonna cost me 100,000, brothers and sisters. That's how Umar Johnson be. So look, we building rec programs in every major city across America. Hey yo, what the fuck you mean if you use the N word for promotion? I ain't say nothing hateful against Asians. I said motherfuckers be scamming. You know what I mean? And if Umar Johnson wanted to be a scammer, he could have got retribution. You know, for the motherfucking Asians and the Indians that be calling your phone all the time trying to scam you, and the Africans trying to scam you out of money. He could have just scammed them. Why you scam us? You know what I mean? He had to scam us, man. He could have scammed anybody. That's all I said. Why you don't scam your own people? I don't think the scam likely people be scamming their own people. I think they got picks. Umar said he gonna lock the doors to the rec center. In the bay, he probably, yeah, Umar was some bullshit, man. Umar was some bullshit, yo. He been on some bullshit for a long time. Like, I had no clue he was this bad. It's crazy, like, I just don't understand how long Umar thought he was gonna be able to play this game. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand what it, right here. I don't understand how long he thought he was gonna play this game. You know what I mean? Like he played it a lot. Let him in. Let him in, cause I'm ready going anywhere. Let him in. He played it a long ass time, man. Peace. Hey yo, it's peace and panhandleism, brothers and sisters. Like yo, he might have been the best that ever did it. I ain't joking. Umar Johnson, when it comes down to panhandling, he be writing books on all that other shit. He need to write a book on that. Hold on, let me text my cousin back. He can write a New York Times top seller on panhandling, yo. I'm telling you, that man can do courses. He could there's so much he could have done. He could have you feel me? He had to steal from motherfuckers. Man, Jacksonville, Florida checking in what it is. Ronnie dad want money from Dirk. And Dirk talked about he had to cut some people out because they were stealing money. Yeah. I don't know, man. People got a lot of hate against Dirk. This shit crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like it for real. Hit the Cash App, y'all. Before you hit the like button, look, this is another thing too, y'all. Before you like, comment, share, and subscribe, hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App, bum juice sampler. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. You gotta say it 3 times. That's how people get it. You know, it don't resonate until you say it 3 times. So hit the Cash App, y'all. Man, Boston in the building. All right, my phone way down. Let's go with it. But yeah, what we learned. What we learned yesterday is that Umar Johnson used psychology to trick the masses. That's what he did. He used his education to manipulate people. That's what Umar Johnson bitch ass did, y'all. You know, in psychology, that's the type of shit they teach you. They teach you that in psychology. Patterns, people, you know, emotions, how to resonate with a person emotionally. He learned all that shit. So he been scamming from the beginning. I'm still waiting on Charlemagne. Still waiting on Charlemagne to speak out. Seems like everybody just forgetting Charlemagne, which is crazy. But I'm still waiting on Charlemagne to put out a statement involving Umar because y'all put that man on your platform. Y'all shared that man with your audience. Y'all was one of the ones that tricked us into believing that he was the real deal. But now y'all ain't got nothing to say about him. That's crazy to me. And it's crazy. And it's crazy that we allowed them to get away with that shit. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, it's crazy we allowed them to get away with that. Yeah, straight up, yo. You can't even watch if you ain't donate. Yo, if you ain't donate to the platform, you might as well get off the live. Straight up. We trying to build a nation of donators. So if you ain't donating, you ain't part of the nation. Straight up. Cause we know it ain't no nation without donations. And you can't build a nation without donating. You know what I mean? you can't do that, y'all. We learned a lot from Umar Johnson over these last couple of days since we've been on his ass. She supposed to do an interview soon with somebody. Umar Johnson, appreciate it, James. Yeah, you think I benched that weight right there? Like literally. That's what you think. Yo, let's go to one of your Cash App videos. How many days ago was that we watched that video where Umar was telling everybody to hit the Cash App? Umar Johnson, grit money. He said, give me your grit money. Give me your rent money. Give me your weed money. Give me all that shit. Nigga went all out money, yo. This nigga's too fucking funny, yo. $19 million. This nigga's hilarious. Scamming that. Quaker Grits is $20 million. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Quaker Grits is $20 million a year off black folks. Quaker Grits. Can I have your grit money for 1 year? Give me your grit money for 1 year, and I will build 10 schools. Hey, across the Cash App, Turkey. Give me your grits. Give me your Quaker Grits. No more grits for 1 year. Can we sacrifice our grits for 1 year? Can we sacrifice the grits? If you give me the grits, $19 million on Quaker Grits. $19 million on Quaker Grits, black folk, if you give me your Quaker Grits. Give me your grit money. I don't want your Louis bag. This nigga is fucking crazy. I just don't understand. How can you do that? Like, how can you get on here with a straight face? Like, yo, like, that's why I can watch this video every day and just create new jokes about it. Like, how can you get on? How can you be like, you know what? Look up on the computer. Oh shit, black people spent $19 million on grits. I got something for it. I know what I'm gonna do. Nigga got that dude. He's so sad. I know what I'm gonna do. Y'all hear that? Black people spend $19 million on grits. Give me your grit money for 1 year. Give me your grit money, man. Yo, but I told y'all he's scamming Africa too. He's scamming Africa too. So he ain't just getting Americans.
$19 million on Quaker grits, black folk. If you give me your Quaker
He got
grits.
to, y'all. There's no way. He gotta laugh at this shit, y'all. It's no way. Ain't no way, y'all. I refuse to believe that he is doing this and he don't find this shit comical. Like, he probably be laughing at the people that be donating, especially the ones that are frequent donors. They'll probably find them hilarious.
Give me your grit money. I don't want your Louis bag money. I don't want your Mercedes money. I don't want your weave, perm, haircut, Air Jordan, Timberland money. Give me your grits. We spend $19 million a year on grits, and I don't have enough money to renovate the Garvey building. I don't have enough money to renovate the Garvey building. And we spending $19 million on grits. Go to your Cash App, $FDMG School right now.
The Cash App, y'all. The Cash App.
Go to your Cash App, $FDMG School right now. Go to your Cash App and make a Labor Day donation to the future of black boys.
Hey, yo, that was funny, man. Hold up. That was funny as shit. Let's go to that one. That man said, give me your weed money. Give me your perm money. Give me all your money, brothers and sisters. You might as well just said that. You might as well just say, give me all your money, brothers and sisters. Every fucking dollar you have, give it to me. Okay, there you go, right here. Yo, Finesse 2 times got a lot going on too. We ready to tap into that.
For $1, I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. So hit that Cash App. Let me see who on the Cash App. Where them donations at? Where them donations at? Hit the Cash App. Where them Cash Apps at, y'all? Ain't nobody came through yet. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at?
Scamming like a motherfucker. Yo, look at it like he look devious. Where them Cash Apps at, y'all? Yeah, I mean, that's like we try to line somebody up, right? Like you on some bullshit with a person. and you can hear it in your voice. Man, what's up, man? You know, fuck with me. You feel me? You know, time you try to do some bullshit with him. That's Umar Johnson, y'all. So I said, where them Cash Apps at? You know, real smooth. You know what I mean? Real strategically planned. Them Cash Apps at, y'all. Fuck wrong with y'all, man? We need Cash Apps over this bitch.
Maybe something wrong with the Cash App, because I know y'all gonna send me something. With a Cash App. Okay, there we go. Sister Jenny, $21. Damn. Okay, thank you, Sister Jenny. That might have been your last dollar. The credit card go make a donation. I gotta get this electric going in the high school. I know this is gonna cost us at least $100,000.
He always do that.
Electric done. It's gonna cost us some money, brothers and sisters. Make sure you donate. Brothers and sisters, give me your grit money, give me your weave money, give me your perm money, your Jordan money, your Alizé money, your 40-ounce money. We need the money, brothers and sisters.
That's fucking crazy. How the fuck do you do that to people, yo? Like, yo, this guy's wild, man. Yo, he want all our money, yo. Y'all better not pay no bills this month. I tell you that motherfucker, but because he needs some money now, honestly. He need about 25,000 or they gonna take the building across the street. Take both buildings. So ain't no telling what money yet. He gonna ask for your rent money next. On Umar Johnson next live, he's asking for your rent and mortgage money. He's asking for your gas money. And I ain't talking about like gas to your car, I'm talking about like gas and electric. Like you want everybody to dock, you heard me.
How about you hit the Cash App? They broke the windows, so we got to pay. Brothers and sisters, hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister. I've never asked the people for it.
Nigga said next time, make it 20. This guy's crazy, yo. Yo, next time make that shit 20. Sister. Hold up, yo, what's the shit we was watching yesterday? Where he was talking all that funny ass shit. Hold up. What the fuck? I ain't watch all these videos. The fuck is this shit thrown in my history? This can't be my history. Hold up. Man, Sweet the Shador's Sanders too, man. That boy showed out. Who showed out? Yo, why is all this? This is not my history. What the fuck is this? These are all my videos. Hold on, man. Yeah, Charles White just as bad. That's how Charles White peeped him. Him and Charles White, for the most part, do the same shit. They do the same shit. And we don't agree with Charleston White over here. He's never right. Even when he's right, he's wrong. Yo, why the fuck do that shit be doing that, yo? Nigga said, give me your weed money. Give me your perm money. Give me all the money, brothers and sisters. Every fucking dollar you make, I need it. Oh, this shit is crazy. Is this the one right here?
Introducing the second generation Blink Video Doorbell, designed to give you complete peace of mind no matter where you are.
You don't tell who lined his ass up.
My grandmom's mom came to visit my grandma. If you have a problem with my black pride and my black consciousness and my black divinity, if there is anything about Umar Ifa Tunde, a.k.a. Jermaine Shoemake, a.k.a. the Prince of Pan-Africanism, if there's anything about me that is unsettling to you, keep your children in that white-ass public school. Keep your children in that white-ass Catholic school. Keep your children in that...
Yeah, I got on what's calm about that shit too. That boy a clown, man. Out here lying on his son and shit. He's a bitch. Somebody need to beat his ass up.
Fake-ass Black Hotep school. Keep them where you want to keep them. But if they come in the FDMG, damn it, they gonna get a Marcus Garvey spanking. Still got room on the side. I can't wait to do that symbol. I'm blocking that black boy. Get them turn the lights out and play Capture the Flag. But of course, you got to screen everybody. Make sure you ain't got no pedophile with it.
Thank you.
Still got room on the side. I can't wait to do that symbol. I'm blocking that black boy. Get them turn the lights out and play Capture the Flag. But of course, you got to screen everybody. Make sure you ain't got no pedophile with it.
Thank you.
Black boy locking. The fuck?
As I said earlier, there will be a long day for every grade. The long day for second graders, where they will have dinner in their business suit with their class and class teacher and their school principal will be Tuesday. Third graders, their long day will be Wednesday. Fourth graders, their long day will be Thursday. Your students will be dropped off to their homes following the dinner and fireside chat with Dr. Umar Johnson. The fireside chat is a post-dinner activity where your sons and I will cuddle near the fireside.
Yo, I don't need my sons. I don't need my sons cuddling with this nigga, man.
Umar
Umar Johnson's hatred towards black boys, black girls, and black women is also projected towards his donors.
I called PayPal before I started using PayPal for the school fundraising. And I didn't want to use PayPal, but lazy Negroes kept talking about why I just can't make an online donation. Take your lazy ass to the post office and get a stamp.
So far, we raised $250,000. I'm gracious, but I'm not content. Because I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense. And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need.
Yeah, I know he needed.
And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people.
Y'all trifling for that. Y'all dead wrong for that, y'all. Y'all dead wrong for not donating weekly. If you donated and you ain't doing it weekly, you wrong, y'all. It's your fault. It's your fault that Umar Johnson failed. I'm blaming y'all. If we taking the blame off Umar, we putting it on the donors. You ain't donated enough. If you donated $5, you should have made it 10. You feel me? If you donated 100, you should have made it 1,000. Y'all ain't donated enough. Frequently, you know what I mean? Y'all ain't donate frequently, y'all. It's y'all fault. Hit the cash app, Jim. Hit the cash app.
I'm gonna call it like I say it. And I don't care if you get offended. We can handle that outside. I'm getting sick and tired of getting texts on my cell phone for black folk talking about I've donated like they done.
You ain't never
They
done.
gave me $25 and you think you free now. We gotta raise $2 million. Your ass ain't done. I better get some more and some more and some more and some more until we hit the goal, brothers and sisters. That's the way we're gonna have to do this. Trifling ass black people. I'm gonna call it like I say it. And I don't care if you get offended. We can handle that outside.
Plenty of you, I've helped you with your children. Plenty of you. And you never donated a dime. Some of you got help with my free Black Parent teleconference. Through the will of the Almighty and the blessing of the ancestors, I've helped a lot of you for free save your child, and you never donated $1 in 10 years. You never donated $5 in 10 years. Shame on you. All you black parents who got free help from me for the past 11 plus years. All you black parents I've helped for free the past 11 years, and you never donated a penny. Shame on you. The grand opening will not be for everybody. I'm telling you now. The FDMG Academy grand opening will not be for everybody. It will be for those who have donated and supported us, who have shared the donation information, who have shared on their pages the donation information. You ain't got $100 a month for the future of the African race? Become a gold donor, become a platinum donor, brothers and sisters. Come on and support the school. Go to drumarjohnson.com and sign up right now, brothers and sisters. Hit that Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit that Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit that Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit that PayPal FDMG Academy. Hit that PayPal FDMG Academy. Hit that.
Hey, yo, I bet they never opened it, man. They said they never opened it. They said they opened it in 2056. Yeah, I told y'all Umar Johnson. Whenever Umar Johnson, whenever he passed, yo, he's putting up a GoFundMe. Don't think it's over. Like Umar Johnson's gonna be asking for donations postpartum. You know what they call that shit? Postpartum. He gonna be asking for donations in perpetuity, man. He probably got videos already put out. Whenever I go put these out, all you gonna be doing is ask for cash apps, PayPal, Zelle. Got a penny. Donate the penny, man.
At PayPal FDMG Academy.
You must fulfill 3 conditions if you are a loyal donor. 3 conditions if you are a loyal donor of the most honorable Frederick Douglass and the most honorable Marcus Garvey
RBG International Leadership Academy. Number one, you must donate on a regular basis. If you're not donating on a regular basis, don't call yourself a donor.
I told y'all. If you see me on the streets, and you be like, "I support the platform," I'm like, "Oh, did you donate?" They be like, "Yeah, I sent you $30 on Cash App." That's not enough. That's not enough. If you ain't donating frequently, then you're not a supporter. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't come up to me if you see me on the streets talking about I support the platform, and I go to my Cash App and I don't see frequent donations. Nope, we ain't rocking like that. That's not how you support. You don't support the platform that way, man. We need frequent donations.
I got donors who've been rocking with me since 2015. I got donors who've been rocking with me since 2014. I got donors who've been rocking with me since 2016 and 17. Don't call yourself a donor if you're not donating on a regular basis. That's number one.
Yeah.
That's number one.
I think it's
That's
coat.
number one.
You got Main
Number two,
Smith with him.
you must share the donation.
Sam Blurry. All right, thanks, y'all. Yeah, let me know when it get. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? It should be clear now. All right, bet.
On your social media pages and websites. If you do not donate if you do not share the FDMG donation information on your social media and website, you are not a loyal donor.
Yo, that is crazy how he just did this. So you can't just donate once. You're not a real donor. If you donated, if you are a frequent donator, but you never shared, you never shared his website for donations, then you're not a real donator. Like, yo, this guy is, he's just moving the goalposts. Like every time he moves the goalposts.
Let me say that again. Even if you donate, if you're not motivating other people to donate, then you don't have both feet in this war that we trying to fight.
Yo, he is trying to make co-conspirators. He need co-conspirators. I ain't going down alone. Fuck, my donators coming down with me. Fuck you think this is? Yo, he taking the donate. Yeah, yo, if you donated frequently, don't be surprised you get a letter in the mail talking about federal government want to highlight you because you shared the scam. Don't be surprised, right?
Of black children, because I got people who claim to be donors and they've never shared the donation information on their Facebook. I got people who claim to be loyal. They never shared the donation information on their Instagram. They never shared it on their TikTok. They never shared it on their Twitter. If you don't feel comfortable sharing our donation information,
it's cool. You know, ain't nothing wrong with dreaming, but when you when you incorporate others, that's the issue. Like it was not a problem with him dreaming, you know, to own the school and everything that he wanted to happen. The problem lies is when you sell everybody else a dream. That's when the issues come into play. When you sold everybody else a dream. Like, it's cool, dream on, my nigga. You feel me? And that's why we dream. We all dream. But we don't all make everybody else a part of the dream.
On your social media, you not real. In fact, when it's time for the grand opening, not only will we look at whether you donated, we're going to look at whether you shared the donation information. We're not going to look at whether you donated alone. We're going to look at
James, hit the Cash App now, yo. If Umar Johnson is an amazing individual, hit the Cash App, brothers and sisters. If you believe Umar Johnson is amazing and FDMG Academy is opening, hit the Cash App.
or not you have shared the donation information, brothers and sisters. I got people who claim to be down with me, never shared the donation information. Knew me, the
Cash App,
whole
Kevin.
donation, knew me since 2014, 2015, 2016, and they've never shared the donation information. So if you don't share the donation information, this is a family bound by blood.
Those guys crazy, y'all. I can't believe he got away with this shit for this long. I'm trying to find a video where he told the dude if he had a penny, donate that.
I know where you stand. I know where you stand. You must share the donation information. You must donate. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And number 3.
You must donate. You don't even have a choice in this. You ain't donate, y'all. For the people that's in the comments, if he finds that y'all ain't donate, and y'all, I'm kind of scared for you. If you ain't donate to Umar in FDMG Academy, better watch out, because he on your ass.
You must not support the enemies in the trap of the FDMG mission. If you be watching the videos of the haters, if you be sharing their posts, if you be laughing at their slander, you not real. See, we putting together a FDMG FBI for the grand opening.
This is horrible.
We putting together a FDMG FBI. We gonna investigate all donors to see if you've been really loyal. We putting together a FDMG FBI. Minimum donation, you can send me $1, sister. I can't count your pockets. There is no minimum donation.
There you go.
There is no minimum donation. If all you got is 75 cents, you go to PayPal.DMG Academy and give us 75 cents.
God damn. That nigga want lit money. Give me your lit money. You feel me? Yo, fuck that. Give me your pocket change, man. Whatever you got in your pocket right now, cash that, keep it G News. I need it. Been on Rex programs across America. Every major city. Hit the Cash App, y'all. It's gonna be blacks only. You know what I mean? We're gonna make sure we got a sign on there. We're gonna put a colors only sign on the building. Make sure y'all hit the Cash App. Yo, this nigga said, if you got 75 cents, send it. I told y'all, yo, shit getting tight. He ready to start saying he take EBT too. Cash App.
All you $5, go to FDMG. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy and give us $5. If all you got is $2, go to PayPal.me/FDMG Academy and give us $2. You can send me a $5 money order. You can send me a $10 check. You can send me a $12 money order. You can send me a $20 check to P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. If all you got is 1 penny, my brother, then send the penny. From now on, when you come to me asking for anything, I'm going to ask you, have you donated to FDMG in 10 years? When you ask me, have you donated to FDMG in 10 years? You want something from me and you ain't made a donation in 10 years? Ninja, please.
Crazy. Yeah, I told y'all, man. Yo, you better donate once. Fuck you think this is? We not donating once over here. If you donated once, fuck you. Straight up. Anybody who just donated once, I don't fuck with you. You might as well unsubscribe. Cause we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We donating over here, y'all. This is the fucking telethon. Keep it G News. Telethon. Donation spree. Get the Cash App, brothers and sisters.
something from me and you ain't made a donation in 10 years, ninja, please. You want something from me and you ain't donated in 10 years? For them to only give me $1 meant that they really ain't even have that to give, but they found a way to do it because donating $1 on PayPal costs you more than $1. The transaction fee, is a couple of dollars. Donating $1 on PayPal costs you more than $1. The transaction fee, is a couple of dollars. Donating $1 on PayPal costs you more than $1. The transaction fee, is a couple of dollars. Donating $1 on PayPal costs you more than $1. The transaction fee, is a couple of dollars.
I'm giving you a little bit of the school's ritual, the program, the initiation. But here's what I'm going to give you a little taste of this. Before school begins, let's say school begins August the 21st, 2020. Hypothetically, we hope it does, okay? So, 2 weeks before August the 21st, we're going to go and kidnap all the boys out of their home.
Damn.
And we're going to take them out into the woods.
Oh, shit.
And we're going to begin the process of teaching them how to be men. We're going to go and kidnap all the boys out of their home. And we're going to take them out into the woods. And we're going to begin the process of teaching them how to be men.
What the fuck? Yo, that nigga trying to kidnap our kids, man. What the fuck? This guy crazy. Yo, keep your kids, make sure your kids tucked in at night, man. Umar Johnson, what him? You heard me? That nigga, he sound like the system. What the fuck? Hey, kid, what's happening? He sound like the motherfucking system, man. We want your boys, man. Straight up. We need them in beds, bunk beds, preferably. With cells. That's Umar Johnson. Yo, but hold up, though, y'all. Finesse 2 times got some shit going on. Finesse 2 times, mother just went in on him. Yo, Finesse 2 times is falling out with all his family. Is it that they asking for too much, or he just
give me nothing?
A fuck boy.
I barely ask for anything because I know he don't like me. I know he don't love me. Ain't no way he can. But I respectfully walk off. I come from the slums of it, y'all.
Yo, the internet is crazy.
All this fancy shit without some type of motive
So
behind it.
what happened is, from what I understand, is she put out a GoFundMe because she facing eviction. And man said she's homeless. This Finesse 2 times mother. You can't tell she looked just like him, or he looked just like her.
I ain't got nothing, and can't invest in nothing. A mother gave me enough money to invest. Why y'all keep talking about invest? Why you didn't take the money he gave you? The man ain't never gave me no more than $2,500 for myself and my hands since the touchdown off the Jets. I ain't never got no 10, 20, 30,000. I don't know what that look like.
Damn. God damn, Finesse.
I don't know what that look like.
You ain't drop a bag on your mother? That's fucking crazy.
Now that I have a felony, ain't nobody trying to hire me. I cried to this lady and told her, please give me a job. I was scammed. And she felt it in her heart to hire me. I got a job this week, just passed.
What party?
But I can't even get to it. Because I don't have a car.
Bike life.
Where I live at, buses don't run. Trains don't run out here. And let me tell y'all this, and everybody in this live know me from back in the day. Please put in the comments whether I took care of my children or not. I'm one that was in the projects that took care of mine. I took extra care of mine. Extra care.
I ain't know
My kids didn't want for nothing. My kids ain't want for nothing. Hear me, y'all. My kids ain't want for nothing, especially Ricky. He got more than everybody. He got more than everybody. But it's so much stuff that Ricky has done to me that I've been holding on to for years. And I still forgive him for that. I still forgive him for that. I'm just disappointed in him. I'm disappointed in him. She said, don't act like she ain't never did nothing for me. I'm giving her that. She'll with me the long way. Because why? He won't do it. So she'll give me her money. She'll give me the money to pay the bills with.
Oh, I think I do remember that.
Either that or she'll steal it from him. And it's sad when you steal the money to pay your mama bills.
Yeah, it's all our business. Once you bring it to the internet,
Wait
it's
till you go in
everybody's
the
business.
bathroom.
Like this, we just living in wild times. When your mother go to the internet to air you out, like that's crazy. Or maybe this is the only way she can reach him. I don't know, but no matter how you look at it, it's still wild.
He going to get in the bathtub, and I'm gonna send them to get it for you. Yeah, she have to steal the money from him.
Dang.
Y'all want to send some? Send it to $ F&G kosher.
Oh
I'll
shit.
get it.
She getting like Umar.
Month of my lease didn't get paid. This August, it's another month. I
That's
still
crazy.
owe for this month too.
We just had a whole
Because
conversation about that.
I can't pay to go nowhere. I don't have no money. I'm talking about they done sent me this and sent me that. That was for bills. And of course you land in this motherfucker, you gonna pay.
It could be.
The disrespect at all high. Mama done did the most to me, man. I don't care what nobody say. I don't deserve that shit. That $500K got me a felony.
Yeah, he definitely a finesse. He definitely.
A felony. All because I'm trying to work and buy a couch to go in my living room. And I got scammed. They got me. They got me. I didn't take nothing from nobody. They got me. Them folks sent their money to my account. And I damn sure wasn't finna tell them I got it. Sure wasn't. So yeah, I got a charge. And guess what? And I got a public defender. But everybody else got lawyers. Y'all make that shit make sense, man. I got a public defender that's finna bat my ass out the ballpark. Ain't nobody else got a public defender.
Yo,
BA didn't have no public defender.
his mother got a public defender on the case.
Suge didn't have no public defender.
Is this case resolved?
Everybody around you, you pay for lawyers for, but you couldn't pay for me a lawyer. I don't care what y'all say, man. He wrong. And I ain't never went to him and told him he had to give me nothing. I barely asked for anything because I know he don't like me.
Damn.
I know he don't love me.
Yeah, I couldn't even. Like this different.
Ain't no way he can. He got more than everybody. But it's so much stuff that Ricky has done to me that I've been holding on to for years. And I still forgive him for that. I still forgive him for that. I'm just disappointed in him. I'm disappointed in him. Then she'll get on this internet and she try to talk.
Why my phone not charging, man? Yo, if my phone die, it's gonna take a minute to charge back up. I don't know why the fuck this shit ain't charging. Fuck is the phone ain't charging for?
And I'm not fond of telling nobody her business. You hear me? But she want to get on here and act. I mean, she actually want to make it seem like Ricky done something for me. Tell him to come to the live. Tell Ricky to come to the live. Suge is one of Ricky's biggest downfall.
I agree with that.
Because ain't no...
I agree, because the girl mother did get him booked. I would have cut both them off. You know what I mean? Sugar mother got your book. I would have cut both of them off.
way I'm going to sit up and do stupid ass shit and don't say nothing.
Yeah, I could leave my
Ain't
mother
no
one
way.
stuck. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll talk to my mama sideways. Because I'm going to punch one of you hoes. And that's just simple as that. Don't get on here talking about nothing. What she posted, I'm going to address it right now. She said, don't act like she ain't never did nothing for me. I'm giving her that. She'll be the long way. Because why? He won't do it. So she'll give me her money. She'll give me the money to pay the bills with. Either that or she'll steal it from him.
Yeah, I can't leave my abuse on stuff. I can't do that. Well, Finesse 2 times addressed this shit in a rap song. Or like a freestyle. They ain't really say too much though.
Say if you fall down, you get up, baby. They tried to lock me away, but it ain't enough, baby. It's gonna take you an army. It's gonna take you an army. It's gonna take you an army. Say if you fall, went to jail, came home, went to jail again, came back again, went straight in, copped the beans, went fed. Then I lost a lot of friends, 5 years, relatives, family problem. Now I feel like Eminem. These songs, bitch gone, mental problem. Now I'm popping syrup wheel, bipolar, schizophrenic, paranoid, kicking in, trust issues, finesse gang, Aryan Nation, KKK. What that mean? Fuck niggas from juvenile to the county to the pen, all the way to Mason. PSI, ain't rat, check the paper, no cooperation. United States versus Ricky Hampton. No, I ain't penny. In Little Rock, I shoot the spot. The U.S. Marshals caught me with the cannon.
You probably still have the money.
Relax though, the Prince of Memphis, humbly being cocky. Cause I live what they rap about. I really got the wounds on my body. Stand down, you get up, baby. They tried to lock me away, but it ain't enough, baby. It's gonna take
I ain't
you.
gonna lie, I ain't trying to no raps, niggas. Man, holla at your mother, nigga. Mother out here online putting up cash apps and shit.
But the way my rent was coming was $1,500 here, $1,500 there, $500 there. And I just had to hold on to it until it got to $35, y'all. And still have to deal with my landlord coming over. My landlord been over here 4 times.
Yeah, that was our son.
I don't stop answering the door now because at this point, like I told her, I don't have nowhere else to go. I don't have nowhere else to go. I'm going to let him know this. When I walk out this door, and I take my last box up out of here, that man he never got to worry about me no more. He don't never have to worry about me no more, y'all. That man don't care nothing about me. He don't love me. And I keep ignoring it. Y'all think everything great because y'all see what y'all see on this internet. Outside this internet, I'm bleeding over here. Cut by somebody that I didn't even do nothing to.
That's crazy.
But the way my rent was coming was $1,500 here.
God damn, bro. That shit crazy, shorty. You know, I ain't a snitch anyway. Told back in the day about rats. You know, it goes into their character. Teddy Bridgewater addressed the situation. Teddy Bridgewater addressed the situation with the coaching. Remember, Teddy Bridgewater got fired for being for doing too much for the youth football team. Well, he addressed it.
father first before anything. And when I decided to coach, those players became my sons, and I would make sure that I just protect them in the best way that I can. And I think that's what came about. Miami Northwestern is in a tough neighborhood, and sometimes things can happen when kids are walking home and different things like that. So I just try to protect them, give them, a ride home instead of them having to take those dangerous walks. But I just want people to continue to see me for the person that I've been, from the time I arrived in the NFL, from the time that I arrived at the University of Louisville. Just a humble guy who has a big heart and a cheerful giver. There are a lot of changes, you'd like to see. But, I guess in due time, those changes will happen. But until then, man, I can't change who I am, because of the rules. Like, I have a big heart. I get it from my mom. And, I just always said that I was once those kids. I know what it's like to be in their shoes. I know what it's like to walk those halls at Miami Northwestern and to have your stomach growling and rumbling at 12 o'clock in the afternoon because you didn't have any lunch money or you don't get the free lunch. So I can't change who I am. I'll still give to those kids just because, man, I know what it's like. And I'll still give. Not only, when I say give, it's not even about money. It's about my time and my presence, because a lot of times you see your idol on TV and it's like, man, I wonder what it's like to be that person. But when they see me in the flesh and they see how, I'm an open-spirited person and I'm happy and I'm around them and they fit right in with me and I fit in with them, and it's just hope. And I live by.
They don't really want this. Like, they don't really want you going back to help the community. They do this often to black athletes, black rappers. If you notice, it be your own city trying to take you down. They doing it to Javante Davis in Baltimore. They did it to Boosie in Louisiana. But you need these people. These people offer hope to the community. When you see somebody that came from similar circumstances or came from your block or your neighborhood or your city, and you see them get to a certain level of success, then they come back. That helps. That shows kids it can be done. That shows kids it can be done. But a lot of these cities don't want that. They want to keep the cycle going. They don't want hope. A lot of these cities are suffering from hopelessness. So when you bring somebody down that serves a symbol of hope, they got to get them the fuck out of there. You feel me? We don't need you for this.
Calling myself the neighborhood hope dealer, and I'm hoping that I'm, dealing hope to everyone back in South Florida and across the state of Florida. I'm a father first before anything, and when I decided to coach, those players became my sons.
Yeah, they don't want that, man. It didn't make sense for them to fire y'all just for doing for the kids, because that's basically what he got fired for. He got fired for doing for the kids. Yeah, but I wanted to finish watching that. Yo, why is all my videos right here? I ain't watch all these videos. My YouTube must have just run while I was asleep or something. I did not watch all these videos today. Or yesterday. Or the day before. Like, what the fuck is this? I wanna go back and watch that interview with my Gargos. Diddy lawyer interview. She said she doing what?
What he was acquitted of, but he's still facing 2 felony convictions. Each count carries up to 10 years behind bars. Are you preparing him for the worst, or are you optimistic that he's not going to get a lot of time, if any time, or he'll get a pardon?
Right.
The pardon, that's not my end of the business. I know really nothing about that.
But you're the lead attorney, and you know Nicole Westmoreland said that there have been conversations.
She did. I know mostly what I know from what the president has said.
But wait, how are you the lead attorney?
You know,
and she's saying that the team has had conversations with the White House, with the administration.
I can just tell you what I have had conversations with nobody.
You haven't spoken to the president?
I have not. No, not. I have not spoken to the president. I have not spoken to anybody who speaks to the president about Sean Combs. I have not.
So she said, and I just want to quote, Nicole Westmoreland, who is a part of the team, said that it's her understanding that we have reached out and had conversations, that they have spoken to people who would be responsible for the pardon process. And at a time where I think there's a lot of attention, not just on the president and his actions, but on what will happen here with Sean Combs, you mean to tell me that you really have nothing to do with a possible pardon right now?
Nothing. I have nothing to do with a possible pardon. I mean, I have my hands full with, with sentencing and bail. I mean, really, I'm not involved at all. So,
okay.
Like I said, I know it's in.
You would be honest with me, right?
Of course I would. I'm not on TV.
Okay.
I mean, it's. I know it's out there.
Right.
I know it's out there. I know that every once in a while the president will say something about it. I don't know how seriously the president's taking it. I don't know kind of where his mind is with it. But I know that I want to work really hard to get him a good sentence.
What is Sean Combs saying about the possibility of a pardon? Is he asking you, the team, see what you can do by any means necessary? Like, what is his take on what he's willing to do or go through to be free?
I think he knows I'm not political, so he doesn't talk to me about it at all. I mean, we've never discussed it other than I tell him what's in the news about it.
And what's his reaction? Does he laugh? Does he say, let's look into it? What does he say?
Tell him that I need a pardon. Go tell him I deserve a pardon. That's what he said. Go tell him I deserve a pardon. And I say, all right, so let's talk about your sentencing.
So you steer him back to what you're facing right now?
Yes, very much so. I'm a one-trick pony. I really am. I'm a courtroom guy. That's what I do. That's my forum. That's all I know. I'm a registered independent. I'm not political. And so I don't do anything about that.
So going back to the serious nature still of felony convictions, how are you preparing him? Are you telling him, listen, it could be on the higher side, it could be consecutively versus concurrently?
So, I tell him what the guidelines are, and the guidelines are about 2 or 3 years. And I tell him, the judge could go above the guidelines. That's rare, but possible. The judge could go below the guidelines. That's less rare in the Southern District of New York, and possible. And, the emphasis now is the same as the emphasis on the trial, is just to put the best effort forward, to show Judge Subramanian all the reasons why, leniency is appropriate, why the violence is in his past, why he's dealing with the violence. And at the end of the day, he wasn't convicted for anything having to do with violence. I mean, the jury affirmatively acquitted him of all of that. So we have to make all of those arguments the right way, the legal way, to the court.
Because this bail was denied, and that's what sort of we're dealing with now, it's less than 60 days before October 3rd is still the day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think will happen on sentencing day?
I can't possibly, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I think Judge Subramanian's been fair throughout. He'll be fair here. Our fate is in our own hands, I feel. I feel like
Judge Subramanian been on some bullshit. That nigga, he has not been fair the whole trial. Now, he's not going to say that because he's still looking for a favorable sentence. But being real, his ass ain't been fair the whole trial.
A good job explaining the situation to our judge. I think we'll get a fair and reasonable sentence. I hope Mr. Combs goes home soon. I think he's paid a tremendous debt for what he's done. He's done things wrong.
That's right. We found guilty
of crimes, and he's done other things wrong. And we were forthcoming, as part of our trial presentation as to all of that. And I think in some ways he's a better person because of it.
What does he tell his children?
I actually don't know. I mean, I know he talks to them a lot. They're very present in his life.
I was going to say, day one, we saw 6 of his 7 children in the courtroom. You said that in your conversations with him, he talks about, wanting to establish that relationship, wanting to get back home. How difficult, I guess, has that been for him, trying to father behind bars, from behind bars?
It's very difficult because 4 of the kids, with him in jail, 4 of the kids have no parents at all. I mean, their mother passed away, and
You're
Mr.
speaking of
Combs is in
Kim
jail.
Porter.
Correct. And I think he feels very, very bad about that. And I think he feels like he really wants to get back so that those kids have a parent, present to be their father, because they don't have a mother at this point, which is, tragic in general, but doubly tragic because, Mr. Combs is in jail.
A number of friends and family, I understand, have submitted letters. Was that for the bail hearing? Was that for the sentencing?
So it's for the sentencing.
And what are we to make of someone who accused Combs of domestic violence 5 years ago in a podcast, who then wrote a letter saying he's a good person, and today I believe doubled down on an Instagram post saying, why can't people accept that you can forgive people and move on? For those who will look at a letter from someone who was supposed to be victim number 3 in this case and go, she must have been paid, or the attorney clearly wrote that letter. What do you say to that?
She wasn't paid and the attorney didn't write it. I mean, I know she has a lawyer. I don't know between her and her lawyer how that letter was made, but I have every reason to believe that those are her genuine sentiments. And if her lawyer helped her write it, that sometimes happens. I think she's exactly right. And I think she would know. And I don't think she's here to just do him favors. I think this is how she genuinely feels. And I thought that her letter was very balanced. I think she said, was their relationship perfect? It wasn't perfect. I mean, and she led with that. And she said, but he always tried to do better. She saw him as a father and a loving figure. And I think this is all about redemption. I mean, I was raised Catholic, and I believe in redemption. And I think this is a story of redemption. And I think that's what he wants. He's religious as well. He was raised Catholic and Baptist. He went to Catholic high school. He went to Catholic church every Sunday. He went to Baptist church as well because of his grandmother. And I think he is telling a story of redemption. I think the Sean Combs story is a story of redemption and how important redemption is. And redemption as a function of character, both for the person who's asking for the redemption and for the people who we are asking to redeem that person. And I don't think it's a great gesture of character to carry anger. I think that's what Gina's follow-up is saying. I think it's a great gesture of character if someone really deserves redemption to let them achieve that. And
it's a crime in itself that he got a no bail. Like, that gotta be a crime, yo. You got a no bail on nonviolent offenses of consensual sex across transporting sex workers for consensual sex across state lines. Like, that is crazy to me. A guy that never been in prison before. Ain't got no charges. Like, that's crazy. That's like rare circumstance.
That's really...
I want to go back to that last day in court for you, giving your closing argument, 4.5 hours. I heard in another interview that you had something ready and then you weren't comfortable with it and you went on a walk and you just came with what you said is, tell me a story.
Right.
Wanting to connect with the jury, which you believe, you had the shared experience with. Some criticize, what you had to say and how you said it. I remember doing an Instagram post myself where you talked about, the Astroglide is off the streets, and you said it in a way that was kind of mocking the fact that a lot went into raiding someone's home, and this is what they found. When you look back at that, explain to us, to the viewers, why you felt it was so important to not necessarily have everything written down, not stay behind the podium, but to use your hands to move back and forth. Again, there were no cameras in the courtroom, so we are the eyes and ears for the public. But what went into that? How you were feeling? I mean, to be up there for 4.5 hours.
I prepared an outline, and the night before I read it over, and it was factually fine, but it was stale. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't a great story. And I just wanted to tell the jury the story. And so I knew what I wanted to say.
Right.
And I knew that the jury had paid very close attention. So they didn't need me to put emails up on the screen for them to see for the 23rd time. The text messages or whatever the written communications were, they knew that stuff. And they paid very close attention to the testimony. They all took notes. All 17 jurors took notes throughout the entire trial. So they knew this stuff. What they didn't hear, and I didn't think the government really gave them a story, they didn't hear the story of this case. And so I just wanted to tell them a story. And I wanted to put my notes down. I only had 3 pages of handwritten notes anyway, and talk to them and look them in the face and, kind of look at them individually and sort of say, this is the story of this case. This is what the evidence shows.
There's a moment I think lawyers know when they have the audience, the jury. When was that for you?
So it's funny. It's a good question. I wasn't sure if I was going to be sarcastic or not. I wanted to sort of see how it would go. So when I was cross-examining one of the agents, I asked him, I said, so how many cases, how many search warrants have you recovered Astroglide? And he says, 1. I go, this one. And he was did terrorism cases and all these serious cases. And so I realized, and the jury kind of laughed at that. And so I realized that's going to be my jumping off point because I already have that kind of in the record. Mm-hmm. So early in my summation, I did the whole thing with, thank goodness they got the Astroglide, they got it off the street. And the jury reacted, well. They laughed, they kind of got it. And there's aspects of this trial. I mean, sarcasm could be a very effective tool, and as a storyteller, you want to use your full complement of tools. And it's sincerity and it's sometimes sarcasm. But at a certain point, it's not so much that I realized that I had the jury, I realized I was with the jury, and that's kind of really where I want to be, and I want to sort of be, whatever their space is, I want to be in their space with them. And I realized that I was doing that. I was in that space with them. They were paying very close attention. They were kind of with me on, the different arguments. I kind of knew when they were ready for me to move on, and that's one of the things, this is really a trial lawyer thing more than something unique to Combs. Mm-hmm. Trial lawyers need to get rid of their notes. I mean, you're talking to a jury, so be with the jury. Be with the jury. Where are they done on this topic? Then move on. If you had another 3 pages, forget it.
Freak offs ain't over,
it's
y'all.
Time to move on. And they throw off an energy. There's something about a jury of people all compressed in a jury box that they actually throw off a lot of information. Mm-hmm. And if you're attuned to it and you're not staring at your notes and you're looking at them and you're feeling them, you'll know exactly what to do next. And that's what the summation was.
So when you think about the very beginning and your first meeting with Sean Combs, what was it about this case that you said, I really want to represent you? Obviously, you had a lot of experience.
They didn't have a case. North Memphis. It's not that the feds threw the case. It's that the feds tried to make a case. They didn't have a case. That's what it was. They didn't throw anything. They tried to pursue a case, but they didn't have the evidence. The evidence didn't back up. Right, Greg? They didn't have a case. They didn't throw anything. They tried the best with what they had, and they just didn't have enough. He shouldn't have been charged. Shouldn't have been charged.
Hearing conspiracy, but
right.
You didn't have to take this case.
No, I thought he was being targeted. I genuinely did. I thought that he's an outspoken guy. He ruffles feathers. And I thought they were looking to get him unfairly. I really believe that. The government, the government. And I thought...
Go Memphis. You wanted him to go to jail for drugs that was personal use? You wanted him to go to jail or be charged for personal use drugs? Like, think about that. They was personal use. The guns was not in his possession. Diddy has a security room. Diddy has security guards. The guns was in the security room. Diddy is not a felon. He can be around guns, North Memphis. He can be around guns. But it's not a crime.
But he didn't do these things. I mean, I knew, because he was honest with me throughout. I mean, I knew there was issues in the past, you know, with domestic violence and with his girlfriends. But that's not what they were looking to charge him with.
He was honest with you throughout. So did you know before the video was
one gun was
released of
sitting
Cassie
outside the door.
Ventura being slapped and
Definitely tried to
kicked and
railroad him.
punched that happened?
Well, I knew from her lawsuit, certainly, because she filed the lawsuit.
But you also know then that his reaction in the beginning was, this is outrageous.
Before I got involved in the case, I think that I've seen that, yes.
But when you were involved, that video didn't come out yet.
The video didn't come out.
But when it did,
Right.
how did that change your relationship or any questions you had about someone you said had been forthcoming and someone that you trusted? Because
I had known that there was violence between him and Cassie.
okay.
I mean, listen, I don't know why his
But you
prior
didn't
lawyers-
know about the video prior to it coming out?
I didn't know that there was
Oh
a
my
video.
God.
I didn't know there was a video.
And when you saw that video, how did you feel personally?
It was a rough day. I remember thinking, this is just a terrible piece of evidence. It takes all the guesswork out of this aspect of the case. And I remember thinking, they're going to indict him. They're not going to start this investigation. Then this video falls into their lap, and they're not going to indict him. He's definitely going to get indicted.
Because that played so big in this case, as you know, early on.
You could say, man, Fed's playing
even
dirty.
the idea of paying someone.
That's what I said. What did you think when the video came out? The Fed's playing dirty. He'd have broke the internet with that shit. You know, they can't keep it too real, y'all.
To make sure that this doesn't see the light of day. Is that something that was revealed to you in any way, shape, or form? Maybe not seeing the video, obviously, or knowing the details of it outside of, okay, this is someone I'm representing who has admitted that there was some violence between him and his ex-girlfriend. But just that idea of paying someone $100,000 for video to bury it so no one sees it. Did you know that?
I did know that. I knew that there was a video that
But
the
you just hadn't seen
Intercontinental
it.
had. I hadn't seen it.
Okay.
I didn't think it existed. I mean, I thought that, it was sort of taken care of. And that was a mutual thing between, Sean and Cassie. I mean, Cassie had a premiere coming out. Nobody wanted this video leaked, I don't think anyone was concerned about it being a police matter. I think everybody was concerned about it being released on, TMZ or somewhere else.
When you think about the 34 witnesses that were called, 8 weeks almost, not technically 8 because there were some days we had off,
Right.
but 8 weeks of this trial, 34 witnesses, and you decide not to call any witnesses.
They ain't had to.
What was it about that?
Yeah, I'm
final
the first
week
person that told
when
y'all.
we as reporters were trying.
I'm probably the only person on YouTube that said, yo, they don't need to call no witnesses. I said that 2 weeks before the case ended.
Figure out, are they going to
Make
call
free cards
so-and-so?
great again, y'all.
Are they going to call another ex-girlfriend? But nonetheless, you did not one
Right.
to the witness stand.
Well, you have to
Why
pitch
not?
you.
Because what you do as a defense lawyer is you have your sort of checklist of what are the things I want to establish as matters of fact at this trial.
Right.
And if you can do it all through the government's witnesses, you don't have to call your own witnesses. And that's
Yeah.
really the issue. So all of the things we wanted to establish,
You know if I tell you
pretty
that?
much did through the government witnesses. And
So that's why you felt there was no need to call in.
there's no need to call any defense witnesses.
But you know of Memphis? Didn't I tell you that? I said they used the government witnesses and made them their witness. They ain't need to call nobody. You remember that conversation we had?
Did Combs want to testify at any point in this trial?
Yes, he wanted to testify. And I told him the same metric. What are you going to say
No, we ain't doing no
that the
men
jury hasn't heard?
And what did he say to that?
He's like, well, do you think that they're waiting for me to testify? I said, I think they would love Sean Combs to get on the stand and testify.
But what did he say he would have said had he gotten a chance to do that?
I mean, I think it would have been a lot of the things that are in the cross.
Hey,
Cass and
that's
I
all you
love
gotta
Michelle.
do, hard ball.
She said that.
We living in a world where you just blame Diddy and everything go away. I told you that shit worked. Y'all thought I was joking. You got any hardships in life? Blame Diddy. Watch what happens. That shit's gonna go away. That's what everybody else did in this whole trial. Gene Deal, Jaguar, right? Cassie, everybody blamed Diddy. Nobody took accountability for that.
Cassie and I were sometimes toxic, but we were really in love. She said that. All the different things that he would have said that were by way of sort of explanations or giving context, we got out from the government witnesses. And so what I told him is, you don't really have any
He probably is gonna blame Diddy.
that we haven't covered through the crosses. I mean, I was a great businessman. I was a successful businessman. We got that through the personal assistants. We got that through, you're the former CFO. You don't need to get up and say that. And I think he saw that we were right, that we really had brought all these things out in the government's case and that he didn't have to testify.
At what point in this 8 weeks did he feel comfortable agreeing with your suggestion that you should not take the stand?
I don't know that it was any one point in time.
Okay.
It was probably around halfway through the trial, maybe a little bit more than halfway through the trial.
So he was on board with this idea that, you know what, I don't need to testify.
So it's always, let's see how it goes.
Okay.
This is when it comes to, for your client testifying, you kick the can down the lane kind of by design.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. It's never over till it's over.
Right.
And we knew the government was going to put on these summary witnesses, and they were going to put in all these text messages and all these communications, and let's see how that goes. Let's see how that lands.
Hey, William, I don't know what the hell you
handle
talking
that on
about.
cross? Because if we can handle on cross, we'll just take care of it on cross, and you don't have to do it. We thought we handled it all.
He was so active in his own defense. I'm watching Combs many times, taking notes, handing you all post-its.
Better take notes.
While
Better.
you're cross-examining witnesses.
They talking life in prison. You better pay attention. you better be taking notes, passing information. Shit, better. Don't just sit there and let your lawyer talk. You might miss something. You gotta be filing the case just like them.
How
Then that
helpful
bitch
was
lost.
that? Were there moments where he was very helpful in proving something or changing the narrative or direction that you guys were going in?
So he's a chairman and a CEO, among other things, and he would remember the things we would talk about. So he was supposed to remember to ask this, and sometimes I'm really glad he wrote the post-it. Sometimes he'll write a post-it, something that might be a good idea if it weren't a trial, but not maybe a great idea in the context of a trial. So it was mixed, but he was very active, and you guys are only seeing sort of the tip of the iceberg. I mean, he was a very involved, client in terms of being part of the defense team and, the strategies and sort of the ideas that we had for the best way to present his case. I mean, I thought it was important that the outstanding young women lawyers on our team played a very prominent role. So we had, Tenny do the opening, we had Anna, do the cross.
And that wasn't the original order of things. You said Anna wasn't always going to do the cross.
Right. So I had prepared the whole cross of Cassie. I mean, I prepared the whole thing. And I was here in my office till 2:00 in the morning one night, and I just felt there's something missing. There's some aspect of the trial that I'm not kind of getting to the heart of. And I walked to my apartment. I live in Lower Manhattan near Wall Street. It's like an hour and a half walk. I get home at 3:30 in the morning, and I realize I should not cross Cassie, and I think Anna should cross Cassie. So the next day I call Anna. I go, how do you feel about crossing Cassie? And she's like, she's testifying in 3 weeks. I'm like, you can do it. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
We will get you ready. And she worked really hard, and she did a great job.
We as journalists were not able to see those sex videos. They were just for the jury. Did those videos, and I want to say it was probably a little over an hour worth of material.
That we showed the jury?
Yes.
Right.
Did that help your case?
I thought it did. I
told
so
y'all
one of the alternate
January
jurors
Cassie
was
enjoyed the freak
interviewed,
off.
and he referred to them as tame. And that's a fair way to put it. They were very, the hotel rooms were beautifully done. It wasn't aggressive. You know, the word tame is
Wild King Nice. What wild? So Wild King Nice wasn't even wild after all. You know what I mean? I can't wait to teach the Towers freak off. Remember, that's gonna be at Madison Square Garden, y'all. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets to the All Star Nights. When Diddy come on, we doing All Star Nights at Madison Square Garden. Invite only though. I mean, so I don't even know if they're selling tickets now. 'Cause I think they're doing invite only. But you heard them. They was tame. You know, hotels was nicely done, made up. I mean, drugs was laid out real nice. I mean, you had the drug of your choice at your disposal, and they had a good night, man. That's all it was. No harm, no foul.
not a bad description, you know, and it was eminently, you know, consensual. I mean, you know, I didn't know what these videos were going to be like. You know, I mean, they could have been very different in nature and problematic for us, but they weren't. They were just, you know, adults, you know, having very eminently, obviously consensual sex. So I thought they were good for us.
Probably not
Have you
easy thing to
spoken
do
to
up there in
Marie
that
Comey
age.
since she got let go?
I have not.
When you heard that news, were you surprised? I mean, I know when I
yes.
watched you all before the trial starts, it seems like everybody's very friendly.
We are.
You guys are smiling, you're laughing, and then
Yeah.
of course once you go into
She can't help it. I told you. Yo, Tisa Tells loves Diddy, yo. She want the freak off. That's why she accepted it. She loves Diddy. She can't help herself. She can't help herself, man. Once this freak off happen, she ain't gonna talk about Diddy no more. It's gonna be the last you ever hear Tisa Tells even mention Diddy.
I'm sad that what happened to her. I mean, she doesn't deserve that. You know, I mean, she didn't do anything wrong. I don't think it has anything to do with this case. I don't think. But
what do you think it has to do with?
I mean, I've read it, you know, related to Epstein. You know, but I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sorry to see her go. I think she's a good prosecutor. I think she's a good lawyer. She'll land on her feet. You know, she'll have a great career. But I think what's sad, the saddest part is, I mean, I thought for a while I might be a career prosecutor. You know, and then I had a third kid, and my wife's like, go make some money. You know, so sometimes it happens. I think she wanted to be a career prosecutor, and she should be given that opportunity.
Oftentimes I wonder, as an attorney, do you have any regrets in how you tried this case?
It's a good question. I am one to have regrets, just in general. Not really. I mean, what I told Tenny early on, I said, we have a good chance if we do everything perfectly, but we have to be perfect. You know, every cross-examination has to be perfect. We have to hit the right tone. We can't be sort of tone deaf. We can't be heavy-handed, you know, with the female witnesses. And if we can do all those things, we have a shot. And I think we were fortunate enough that we did those things. And so I feel like when you're asked about something as intricate and as important to this, do you have any regrets or do you do anything differently? And you say no, maybe you're not really answering the question on a deep level. Mm-hmm. So I'm really trying to think about the question more. But no, we put a lot of thought into this. I don't know that I would have done anything differently.
You called the relationship between Combs and Ventura a great modern love story. Mm-hmm. Ventura says she was raped, physically abused, and became addicted to drugs because of Combs.
I think that's what makes it.
I know we don't believe
our
victims over here, too.
And I know I respect that she said that. I don't think the jury concluded that happened. And there's a whole backstory as to why I think she would have made up that allegation, which we said to the jury. So I don't think that happened. And that's a very serious matter, so I'd leave it with that one. In terms of the drugs and the other stuff, I think that's what makes it a modern love story.
Cassie loved drugs.
There's a strong tragic aspect to it. I think they really did love each other. I think she very much loved him, and I know he very much loved her. And what I told the jury, and they all nodded in agreement, I said, if you want some of the most beautiful writing you've ever seen, look at their text messages when they're breaking up in 2019. I mean, they're just so heartfelt and just you can't. The greatest fiction writer couldn't really write them with kind of the poignancy and the power, you know, and the tragic nature. I mean, these are two people who hurt each other, loved each other, cheated on each other, and it's very apparent to both of them that they're just not going to be together much longer. And their writing is just so beautiful and sad around this. So I maintain that that's true.
Kind of starting from the beginning, take us inside the courtroom right before the verdict is read. And I can't imagine your heart must have been racing. I don't think many of us, based off of, we're stuck on racketeering conspiracy the night before. In my mind, they needed a little bit of time, not just about an hour. So what was going on?
So the most nervous time for me was when they had verdicts on 4 counts the day before.
Okay.
That was nerve-wracking because I hadn't really processed it. Like, what does it mean? You know, they have 4 verdicts, but they don't have a verdict on the RICO conspiracy count. And then at 3 a.m, it kind of hit me. And I remember thinking, and I actually said to Tenny, I sent her a text, and I said, we're going to make a bail application. It's going to be a good verdict for us. We're going to go down, I think we're going to go down on the prostitution, but we're going to win the RICO and we're going to win the sex trafficking. So let's get our ducks in a row to make a bail application. You know, we're going to need to know like that where the plane is so that the government's like, he still has a plane. You know, he doesn't have access to the plane. We need where are the kids' passports, where's his passport. So I actually thought it was going to be a good verdict. And I thought it was going to be quick. So when the verdict actually came in at 10 o'clock, I was probably much less nervous than I am in a typical case because I remember thinking they acquitted of the RICO, they acquitted of the sex trafficking.
But it's not until you hear those words, right?
For sure.
And when you did hear not guilty on racketeering conspiracy, you did what?
I waited until sex trafficking count 2. That's when I knew it was going to be okay. You know, they say not guilty on RICO. They can still convict him of sex trafficking, which is a 15-year mandatory minimum just for 1 count. So I waited, bated breath until that. And then they said not guilty on that. And I said, I bet they're going to say guilty now on prostitution, and they did. And then I'm like, well, could they have possibly convicted him of sex trafficking, for Jane? And they said no, he's not guilty of that.
Right.
And so, no, but there's nothing like it. It's the most nerve-wracking, maybe with the exception of the birth of my 3 children, and do they have 10 fingers and toes? Are they breathing? It's almost at that level.
I heard when you were on the elevator, you got in there, you took a deep breath, and someone asked you, how do you feel? And you said, relieved.
I said, I'm relieved that I'm not miserable. And that's the funny thing with these things. If you win, you're relieved, and if you lose, you're miserable. I carry my trial losses with me forever. I dream about them. I dream that the jury's still out, for the losses. The wins are not as good as the losses are bad. The losses are terrible. And the wins are reliefs. So I don't know why I do this for a living, but I'm going to keep doing it apparently.
Kanye West showed up during this trial.
He did.
When you heard he was in the building, what were you thinking?
I had mixed feelings. On the one hand, I think he was there to support Combs, and so I want to encourage people to support Combs. He certainly has had a lot of people in his life, in the last several years who haven't supported him and, detracted from him and things like that. So I wanted him in the courtroom for that reason, but I also I thought the trial was going well. I thought Tenny and I were having the perfect trial that we wanted to have, and I didn't want to take any chances. And so I thought that seemed like it could be a little risky. What would the jury think? Why is he there? And so I had mixed feelings about it. But I'm happy that he came, and I'm happy that he supported Mr. Combs.
Even with this case, not quite behind him yet, because there's a sentencing, but the weight of what it could have been. There's still a bunch of civil suits Combs is facing.
Oh, man.
Over 70. Life is not going to be The same. I mean, I know he talks about the idea of performing in Madison Square Garden, but he's facing dozens of civil lawsuits if he gets out.
I don't think a lot of them have a lot of merit. I mean, I think if
But I
they
tell
had
y'all,
merit, they would have found their.
yo, it's crazy. Yo, the lawyers be saying a lot of the things I've been saying from the beginning. A lot of the things that the lawyers say, I've been saying since the fucking start. I need to go to law school or something. Hey, man.
Name. I mean, I know he talks about the idea of performing in Madison Square Garden, but he's facing dozens of civil lawsuits if he gets out.
I don't think a lot of them have a lot of merit. I mean, I think if they had merit, they would have found their way into the criminal case.
Facts.
I mean, the prosecutors, scoured the earth for evidence that I think they thought had merit. And so even more than me thinking that it doesn't have merit, I think if it didn't find its way into the criminal case, the prosecutors didn't think it had merit. And so
Exactly. And that's what I've been saying from the beginning. Like, they were scrambling. Yo, he just said exactly what I said. This thing, yo, my gargles must be watching our videos, y'all. He said exactly what I said. They were scrambling for evidence. You don't think they would have loved, out of these 70 lawsuits, you don't think they would have loved to at least incorporate some of these people into the trial? That's how you know a lawsuit's frivolous.
they will all go by the wayside one by one.
But it could take years.
It could take years.
And that's a lot of money he's going to be spending.
It's a lot of money. He has the tremendous misfortune of having lawyers around him all the time now. So that's not easy for anybody. So yeah.
Costs a lot of money.
Costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money, and it's a drag. I mean, but ultimately, I think the criminal case really is kind of the one thing that everyone can kind of have faith in. I mean, it's anybody can bring a lawsuit, and the government, the government put a lot of work into this case, and it brought charges that it thought had merit, and the jury spoke and said what it said. After really paying very close attention to all of the evidence, we had a very careful judge. It was a very good trial, and so I don't think we're not too worried about the civil lawsuits.
If Sean Combs were sitting right here, what would he say?
He would say, that's a great question. He would say, I have more to give the world. I want to get out and I want to show the world that I have more to give. I've done things when I was a younger man. I did them in a way a younger man did them. And he'll talk about, he built businesses. He built businesses maybe no one else could build. I mean, I don't know that anyone could have built the record company he built and then, made it, a fashion label and sort of like this lifestyle. And I think he has a sense and he has a vision. I was talking to him the other day.
Jermaine,
my daughter, who's a paralegal with us, Sophia, ran into Mrs. Combs at the jail. And she comes back to me and she says she's the most glamorous, fashionable woman I've ever met. And she really is. She just has this wonderful sense of fashion. I think in part because her sense of fashion was probably derived from when, there was real, not that there's not now, but real glamour. There was a different sense of glamour, in the 50s. And so, I remember some of my grandmother was very fashionable, and I think Sean carries that tradition, and I think he brings it, into an urban arena with urban sensibilities, but he has a great, strong sense of fashion and, and glamour. And I think he's going to do great things, and I think he's going to do great things as a mature, older man. He's not a brash 25-year-old anymore. He's 55, and he's been through tremendous challenges. He's lost women he's loved. He's lost being with his 7 kids, and he's had time to really reflect.
He lost his image too.
Relies on his faith. He relies on being religious, and I think we're going to see a very different Sean Combs, and I think it's going to be wonderful.
Does Sean Combs have a message for Cassie and Jane.
Hit the cash app.
If he did, I probably wouldn't be in a position to give it because the trial's not over.
The message is hit the cash
So
app, brother.
that's a very good question, but one that I can't answer.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's the message.
Brand new, super
If
efficient.
there's any message out of this whole situation, it's hit the cash app. It's the only message that matters. Yo, so Lennon Honor, just he just went live, probably doing some more exposing Umar. Yo, 38,000. God damn.
No business. He did not have tax exempt status in 2019 when he acquired these abandoned buildings. So, and in 2020, he didn't have tax exempt status. That's wasted money. He should have had tax exempt status.
Yes, donate to the school. $FDMG school on your cash app.
Hit the cash app.
$FDMG school on your cash app. $FDMG school on your cash app.
The cash app, brothers and sisters.
$FDMG school on your cash app. If you need to mail in your donation, make it payable to the FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634. P.O. Box 9634. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. That is Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. We appreciate $1, but we would rather have 10. We appreciate $20, but we would rather have 50. We appreciate $50, but we would rather have 100.
Yo, hold up, yo, he ain't got windows? Yo, he ain't got windows, y'all. Come on, Umar. Why the building vacant like that? That shit like a abandonment. That shit look like one of them Baltimore blocks. That's why they ready to tear that shit down. That shit putting a black eye on the city.
But we would rather have 200.
God damn.
We're trying to renovate a school, brothers and sisters. We're trying to renovate a school. We're not fixing a flat tire. We're not fixing a flat tire. We're not opening up a candy shop. We're not selling water ices, okay? We're not selling hot dogs. We're renovating a school. Do you understand? Do you understand? So please, brothers and sisters, give what you can. We're building an institution, okay? We're trying to give our children a chance that we didn't have.
For real.
That's what we're doing.
Nice
I don't have to pin it because I done already told you what it is. Don't be lazy. $FDMG school. Don't be lazy. $FDMG school. Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
All right, Cookie Crush Chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. We have fun to get to.
That's the funniest shit.
Buckle up. Let's go. FDMG is coming. FDMG
this nigga is roasting Umar Johnson. Yo made a song up. So he ain't had to make a song, yo. God damn. He did not have to make a song.
FDMG is coming. It's coming.
It's not coming, though. That's the crazy thing about it.
Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this.
FDMG is coming.
Hey, yo, did he fake get on the phone? Did he fake got on the phone, y'all? Check him out.
Yeah. Nah, I got this.
That nigga a piece of shit, yo.
It's coming, FDMG, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Is that Michael Jackson?
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Hey, yo, this guy's too alive.
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
It's not though, y'all.
FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming.
diamond thought his personality be twerking, it's twerking.
Yo, at this point, yo, if Umar is telling the truth, yo, it don't even matter, bro. This shit took entirely way too long. What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, Sabrina, hit the cash app, Sabrina. Sabrina, hit the cash app. Hit the cash app, Sabrina. Everybody that commented, hit the cash app already. You running behind. He said, "I'll donate to the jail." I mean that shit. If Umar Johnson get booked, don't think cash apps is stopping. Umar Johnson's gonna be on a jail phone call telling everybody hit the PayPal, hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. They trying to take a black brother down. The white power structure is coming after Dr. Ufai Tunde, and whatever else he say after that. So hit the cash app. We need a legal team. We need the dream team. Matter of fact, we need Diddy team. You know that's gonna cause, so if or when Umar Johnson finally do go down for this shit, he gonna need about 20 million from the people. Hey Jay, let's talk about it. You think I'm hating or am I being honest? Hit the cash app, Jay. That's what you need to do. Hit the cash app. You know what I mean? Hit the PayPal. That's the fuck you need to do, Jay. Now wait. For cash app broke. Hold on. Did anybody hit the cash app? That's how Umar Johnson be. Umar Johnson be sitting on his phone like that. He be like that. Yo, you on his phone. Hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. Hit the cash app. Hold up. Fuck around with cash app. Cash app broke. Yo, when it finally happens in North Memphis, make sure you hit the cash app. When Umar Johnson when he go down for scamming, you better be the first one cash apping him. Yeah, we need your cereal money. Hit the cash app, y'all. Black people spend $30 million a year on cereal. They spend $30 million a year on cereal. Yeah, I forgot he was doing that going up. That nigga was that nigga had a beef between Cash App and PayPal. Those say the Cash App people winning right now, y'all. The Cash App people is winning right now. PayPal, what you doing? Hit the PayPal. This nigga had a fucking Umar Johnson crazy as a motherfucker, yo. That nigga said, yo, the Cash App winning right now. He turned his supporters against each other. It was a race. And man, you can't let the Cash App supporters lose to the PayPal supporters. PayPal, step it up. Cash App, step it up. Hit the like button. Yo, this nigga Umar is wilding.
All right, welcome everyone. The irony. See, all these shenanigans, and yet Umar is facing a very serious legal issue right now. And I broke the story yesterday. Some of you guys have seen that video already. I think it's over 40,000 views.
Somebody, I ain't gonna lie, Umar really do need his ass whipped though, y'all. Like before anything happens, he definitely need his ass whipped first. I mean, before they take him down, he need to get put on the wall, y'all. We need to do Umar like they be doing the gangs. Umar Johnson need to get put on the wall. Straight up. We need a DP. We need a DP, y'all. Umar Johnson need to be DP. And then they can do whatever the fuck they want to do with him after that. But he definitely got to get a DP. Like that's mandatory.
That we're gonna rehash that today. We're gonna do a shortened version, and then we'll get into some more receipts that have dropped today. Not specifically dealing with the legalities, but in terms of what Umar is focused on. Yeah, we have 48,000 views on the last with it's not even 24 hours. For the last video, I want to thank everyone who's been tuning in. Also, thanks to all the new people. Okay, you're welcome, including Umar Johnson followers. Thank you so much for tuning on in. Umar owes $38,388 in FDM bills, past due bills, and if he does not pay these bills by, excuse me, the 17th, I believe. No, yeah, no. So 20, what was it? 20 days after, by the 25th, I believe. If he doesn't pay it off by the 25th, then he's going to be in jeopardy of losing these buildings to a sharer's sale. Okay, so the reason why I said the irony of this is and thank you for being here. The irony of this is we all these other shenanigans that Umar Johnson has done in the past has nothing to do with handling business, basic business, paying bills, getting someone to get this renovation project on task. Meaning, instead of doing all of these random things here and there, that there's a schedule, right? Well, we see people up there in hard hats working consistently. We don't see any of that. He throws block parties. He threw 2 block parties. His mind is not focused on handling business.
You don't think this is funny?
And after we drop the receipts,
fucking hilarious. You gotta make fun of him. Because Umar Johnson is like, yo, you gotta go back and watch some of the other lives, man. You gotta watch his videos. Now we know he's a scammer. You go back, the videos don't hit the same. Yeah, man, it's all about cash apps. Like Umar Johnson literally goes live, talk a whole bunch of nonsense, just to say hit the cash app. Then after you hit the cash app and he make a certain amount of money, he trying to live off the rip, live over. You feel? If he could do it that way and it didn't raise alarms, that's what he would do. Umar Johnson would go live, an hour maybe, talk about a whole bunch of nonsense. I mean, talk about black queens forever, snow bunnies never, and black boys this, black boys that, and then just hit the cash app. I mean, you gotta hit the cash app in mid-sentence. You gotta, like, you don't need to finish the sentence before you say it. Then after he make a certain amount of money, he be wanting to end the live. But you know, that's gonna have people looking crazy like that. Why you just came with this bitch, took 1,000 hours and just ended the live? So he talked for a little bit more longer. And then, before it's all said and done, you gotta hit the cash app. Like, that is the mandatory in Umar Johnson. Like I told y'all earlier, you can't support once. If you're not a frequent supporter, a frequent donator, then you're not no supporter. Straight up. If you only donated once, you never donated at all. That's Umar Johnson. This is his words, not mine. If you're not frequently donating, then you ain't supporting. Because what we found out is there's no nation like donations. There's not a nation without donations. So make sure y'all remember that, man. Make sure y'all remember that. No nation without donations. Umar Johnson taught us that.
Yesterday, to show that not only does Umar owe $38,388, really, Umar Johnson follows you. You guys are the ones, you donors. You guys owe that. Okay, because he doesn't have a job.
Young Change?
Okay, he's living off of your money. He's been homeless since 2019. Lives off of his mama in Section 8 housing. Put these pieces together, and many more pieces. It's amazing that people think that he's going to open up a school. Now,
hey, Nene, hold up, Nene.
Is that Umar is doing.
You ain't hit the cash app, did you, Nene? Did you hit the cash app? When Umar Johnson was saying hit the cash app, did you hit the cash app? I hope not, man. Don't hit the cash app. You know what I mean? Right now, the bank is closed anyway. Umar Johnson ready to go down, man. Like, it's fucked up. But, like, I ain't got no remorse for him. Because, yo, like I said, you tricked your own people, bro. You used psychology against your own people. And that's what he did. That's really what he did, all just aside. He used psychology against us. I mean, he got the education, learned certain traits of people, you know, and he used it to manipulate. You know what I mean? He could have did that shit to the Indians or something, man. Like, he could have did that shit to the Arabs. You know what I mean? They always call our phone trying to scam. You know, you pay for this or you owe this bill. He could have got reparations. That would have been reparations. Umar Johnson could have scammed a whole different demographic of people. But instead, he chose to scam his own people. And fuck Umar. I ain't got no remorse for him. What you mean he built the school? What you mean? That's just the beginning. He didn't build, he brought the school. And the school been sitting for 6 years. He goes there to sweep up, mop the floors. He done painted the walls 75 times. Yo, if we was to look up Umar Johnson paints motherfucking Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, it might be 85 videos pop up all different times when he went there with paint. he goes to the school just to go live, y'all. I mean, that's his little station, his live station. I mean, well, drive to the school, and I would go live. No, I don't know. I ain't donating. Hit the cash, right? That's how I do, Gloria. My ancestors built the school, y'all. Hit the cash app. Hit the cash app, right? Hit the cash app, y'all. If you don't do nothing else today, if you don't do nothing else today, hit the cash app. Straight up.
Everything except handling business. Okay, remember the situation up at these abandoned buildings? I thought it was like 120. I think it was $160,000, something to that effect. Okay, I have the receipts. I just haven't looked at it. It's somewhere around there. Those taxes were paid. And the question becomes: did Umar pay those taxes, or did someone else pay those taxes? The point is, that's
and we found out too that it's the donator's fault, man. If you're not a frequent donator, yo, you fucked up the plan. I mean, Umar Johnson only respects frequent donators. Like, told you can't donate once and be respected over there. You got to donate weekly, daily. You know what I mean? You need to set up auto pay for FDMG Academy. You feel me? Yo, if you ain't got auto pay set up, you ain't supporting, straight up. If you don't have auto pay set up for FDMG Academy, you ain't support. You ain't support. We tried to get Kim. Did you have auto pay set up? Because if you ain't had auto pay set up, kid, then you ain't really support. That's what Umar said. Straight up. Umar said that. You got to get the platinum package. The gold, he had the gold package, the platinum package, and the silver. No, he ain't got no silver. It's only gold and platinum. And he want weekly donations or daily or hourly. He would prefer hourly donations, y'all. If you can donate to Umar Johnson every hour for the next 10 years, you're a true supporter. Other than that, you just playing. Other than that, you part of the problem, y'all. If you ain't got hourly donations, you part of the problem. Yep, I said it. I've been holding it in all this time. I wasn't going to tell y'all that, but that's what it is.
Because Umar didn't handle business. That $160,000. Okay, don't quote me on that. I just think that it was somewhere around it. Yes, I misquoted, but I think it's about $160,000. That amount of money that was paid out in order to cover those taxes, the only reason why those taxes were due was because Umar did not handle business. He did not have tax exempt status in 2019 when he acquired these abandoned buildings. So, and in 2020, he didn't have tax exempt status. That's wasted money. He should have had tax exempt status.
Yo, see, the thing is, yo, if Umar did this to another group of people, I wouldn't have cared. That's the thing. If he did this to another group of people, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But the fact that he did it to his own people is the issue. That's what I'm on his ass.
When he's in Delaware. Mind you, he had tax exempt status back in 2015, 16, and 17, but he wasn't reporting to the IRS, so it got revoked. He didn't get it again until 2020, 2021-ish. It's really 2020, but it's not retroactive. So he's on the hook. You donors, we were on the hook for 2019 property tax and 2020 property tax somewhere around $160,000. That's wasted money. Okay, and really, I should get, let me get that figure because I want to make sure that I have the appropriate number there. The point is, Umar's not handling business, and just like with the block party that I showed inside the intro, he's dancing and stuff. All that stuff, it has nothing to do with opening up a school. Well, guess what Umar's doing today?
What is he doing today?
He's at another block party. He's not up at these abandoned buildings to check on these receipts that I showed yesterday to figure out what he's going to do. He knew that this was coming down the pike too, by the way. That's why he come up with the story about his bank account being frozen. What I think he's going to do is, I think Umar's going to say, hey, listen, my and you guys know all that, and that's why I was unable to pay this bill. No, these bills go back to 2016. Wait a minute, and you said he didn't acquire the abandoned building in 2019. Well, he owes on property, bills that were due prior to acquiring these abandoned buildings.
I said that yesterday. That's how it be sometimes.
How that's possible.
You can fight it.
Back to 2000.
You can fight it, but it be like that sometimes. If there's still bills on the house or taxes on the house, if you buy the house, you liable to pay them taxes. That's what it is.
16. So he took on even more debt when he acquired these abandoned buildings. It didn't have anything to do with you donors. That's just wasted money that he's just throwing out there because there were bills that were due going on back to 2016. Umar takes on that responsibility of paying and the responsibility of those bills in 2019, and that's more money wasted. Let me see if I can find this right. No, what I have here for the taxes was $146,000, okay? $146,000 in property taxes, and the only reason why you Umar Johnson followers had to pay that, you donors, was because Umar did not have his nonprofit status at that time. It was a waste of money then, it's a waste of money now. And instead of Umar handling business like he should be today, after we broke the story yesterday about how he owes $38,388 on past due bills, FDMG bills, he's out there partying. And people think that he's serious about opening up a school. See, I already think Umar already had this plan. He knew this was coming down because I'm sure they've sent him notices over the years that you're delinquent on paying these bills. You need to pay these bills. You need to pay these bills. You Umar Johnson followers, your donations are going to that because he's negligent. He's traveling all over the world. He's having his good time over in Africa, having a good old time on y'all's money, and ain't handling the basic business of FMG. So what I think Umar is going to do, if he decides to address this particular issue, is when he comes back, he's going to say, hey, listen, you know, they froze my account because of Lennon and Lene, and, you know, it's the white man and all this other stuff, and that's why I couldn't pay this. No,
he going to come back and say it's the PayPal. Who the fuck you mean? Or when I switch it, I'll say, yo, we need this school, y'all. They're trying to take our school from us.
Bills go back to 2018. And in 2019, he takes on the responsibility of those bills. And so he should have been paying on those bills in 2019. See, Umar set this up. One of these days, we're going to do a marathon. I'm giving you guys a promise. We're going to do a marathon. And we're going to track exactly how Umar moves through this whole phase. Because, see, all this leads up to what I dropped yesterday. Remember the vandalism? Trying to get money out of people for the vandalism? He's just trying to get money. He's trying to get as much money. These properties can be taken away from him by the 25th of this month.
That's what he wants. That's the goal. The fuck you take the properties, that's a win. You know what I mean? If they take the properties, Umar Johnson wins. You know what I mean? Mission complete. I tried to get the school up and running, y'all. They took it from us, and wipe my hands with it. But hit the Cash App though. We still need Cash Apps. Don't think Cash App stopping. You feel me? Don't think Cash. I'm ready to get on live anyway. Yo, appreciate everybody that tapped in for real. It's getting late. I got motherfucking 10 of these goddamn kids. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Hit the Cash App too. Share the live. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. So another day, keep what you do.